Hello guys again. So we solved our technical problem. Thanks for understanding and your patience. I'm sorry for delay today. So I want to remind you that from now we are going live with Ask Vita, and you can ask all your questions, and maybe you can tell me some topics you would like to be discussed also every Saturday 6 p.m. Ukrainian time. So if you have a chance and if you are off on that day and you have some time, please join us on this conversation. I think some of you gonna have some fun, and of course I hope it will be helpful and useful for you. So for now we have some questions, okay, and I would like to ask them, answer them, and you, if you have chance and time, please join our conversation, and I'm waiting for new questions from you guys. So the first question, it was asked a little bit earlier today. Is it easy for foreigners to adapt to life in Ukraine? So, you know, it's not easy to any person to adapt for living in any country. It depends on from what culture you are, from what country you are, and of course, you know, with some countries we have a lot in common, and some our traditions can be same, but anyway, it depends on your mentality and on your personal characteristics. So if you feel confident, if you used to travel much, if you know different traditions and cultures of many countries, and if you're easygoing person and you're open-minded, and of course if you're ready to be adopted in a new country. So first of all, you need to learn language, and of course it will be nice if you start learning language in advance, and if you read and do some research about culture, traditions, main behavior rules in specific country like in Ukraine. So of course you will be prepared, but of course still some things will be strange for you, maybe weird sometimes, some things you will like for sure, some not. So, you know, we are going to have some project. I mentioned it before. Maybe in a couple of weeks, it will be a project about funny reality in Ukraine. So in that project will be mentioned the main things you can meet here, and which can look really strange for you. Sometimes funny, sometimes sad, but still maybe will be some to some extent useful for people who are going to visit Ukraine and maybe to stay here to live. So anyway, it's absolutely different type of life, absolutely different mentality. But I know a lot of foreigners who comes here easily and who stay here and loves here and meet their halves and live and even run business. So I don't think it's an issue anyway, but you will meet some difficulties for the first time. Okay, hope you understand the answer. Also, question was how much money is enough to get to live in Ukraine comfortable. We answered this question, some type of this question last time. It depends. It depends on your demands, and it depends on your own desires and what type of life you are living in your country. So if you use there to make economy, to save money, if you have a lot of loans, maybe here also will be kind of difficult for you. And it depends. If you run your business, some people run business online. If they live in Ukraine and they run business online, so with that money which they earn abroad, to live here in Ukraine will be quite comfortable and even more than comfortable. But as we told before, you know, $1,000 will be quite fine, but it depends. If you have your own accommodation, which is absolutely ready, so you have all furniture and decoration, and you don't have loans, and you're not going to buy a new car and pay for these like bank credit or something, 1,000 will be fine. But if you want to travel still, if you want to eat not at home, not homemade food, but to go to restaurants every day. I know some people do this, even Ukraine, local people. So maybe you need a little bit more. But also if you're a simple person and you're okay to save money and you don't want to waste money, you're going to cook, you're going to not to live luxurious life here. So some people can handle it with $500, but it depends also on the amount of family members. If you have wife, and it depends if she's working, and if you have kids, 1 or 2, it's also very important because expenses going to be much more. So I think average $1,000 will be quite okay. Okay, guys. The next question: how many people can speak English in Ukraine? Lots, especially younger generation, and because and especially in Kyiv, in big cities, because people who just graduated universities, all of them studying English there, and all of them looking for better job. And best job position now requires knowing of English. So a lot of people attend courses. We have some free courses, not free. We have a lot of American volunteers, by the way, who give these courses, English speaking courses. And you know, from our last experience when we were streaming, when we were going live in Sumy, like practically every second girl which we met on street, she was able to talk, to speak at least conversational English. For older generation, it's a little bit more difficult because those people from post-Soviet Union period, they're not so much easy to learn new languages and not so much work in such job positions which requires English. But younger generation quite okay. You can easily find people who can speak English here. Also, guys, we had such question like would a woman be okay if I was only come there to visit once a year? It was a question from Lynn Wright. No. The woman won't be okay, obviously, 100% no. Nobody is gonna wait for you for years. So, and it's out of logic and no sense in these relations, especially with the foreigners. I can tell you what Ukrainian women have much more high expectations to foreigners, because our local guys, they're more lazy and not so responsible, and they're very afraid to lose their freedom, their independence. So our local guys, they in most cases try to postpone marriage, because then they need to be good providers, to pay all expenses. Maybe if the wife will get pregnant soon, so he need to be the only provider, and too much to do, too much to buy. So local guys try to postpone as much as possible. In this case, foreign men are a little bit different, and as it's known, you don't have too much chances and you don't have too much time to waste just waiting a year for next meeting. So I'm not sure. It won't be good to date with foreigners like 2, 3, 4 years. And as far as majority of women, they are above 30 who is looking for foreign husband. So it's better to be faster, I can tell you. And if you cannot come to our country, so maybe you can invite women to your country to check your life circumstances, how you live, mentality, tradition, if she can adopt there, well, maybe to introduce her to your family. So it's better. But obviously, if you come just once a year and you're going to do it like 3-4 years, just coming once, no, nobody is going to wait. I'm sure maybe even not 1% from 100. So better to be more active. Our girls don't like online communication. They prefer individual meeting, face-to-face. Of course, you will have some long-distance relations, but don't make your lady to wait you for too long. Okay. Okay, we have one question from L. How tall is Ivana, if she considered tall in Ukraine? Ivana, we can ask Ivana, how tall are you, by the way? Okay, she's taller than me. Oh my God. I never think about this. She's 1 meter 74 centimeters, and she's considered quite tall. The average women in Ukraine is maybe like 170, but we still have much shorter women, like 160. But 1 meter 74 is quite good for women. So Elle, if you like Ivana, you can also come to Sumi to meet her personally, or you can ask some questions. Yeah. Okay. One more question we have from last time, and I think we didn't answer that. About 1 second. It was about if a Ukrainian woman wants to go out at night, but her husband wants to stay at home, would the woman stay with her husband or go out by herself? It depends. It depends on relations in your family. It depends on level of trust. And it depends, of course, on personal characteristics of women. I can't tell you for 100% of Ukrainian women, just to show, no, all Ukrainian women will stay with you. No. If the woman is stubborn, and if she is bored to stay with you all the time, and if you don't like to go out, never give her this chance, and she's full of energy and she wants to meet her friends, of course she can go. Of course it can cause some conflict, some arguments, but you can always find some compromise. If you go for fishing or to drink some beer with your friends, maybe once a week or once a month, so you can give her also this possibility to meet with her friends and to go outside alone. Nothing bad in this, nothing bad, but also many women will prefer to stay with you at home if she's okay with you, and if you always have something to talk together. So it depends really on your relations and on specific woman. Okay. Also was a question, can a Ukrainian woman, it was a question from Atra. Atra, by the way, where are you? I used to have a lot of questions from you, but now you keep silence. Come and join us. Can a Ukrainian woman have second благословение ceremony with a new husband after she already had it with her previous husband? Yeah, of course. It can be. We don't have too strict rules about this specific wedding ceremony in church. And before, many years ago, it was a little bit kind of trend, kind of fashion, and people went to marriage. Even the first day, they signed the marriage contract today, and after this, after specific establishment, governmental establishment, they go to church to marry there. To my mind, it's not right, because it's more serious step, I think, and it takes more time to trust person, to know him well, and to check him in many situations. Some people do this here in Ukraine even after 20 years of marriage. Some people still not ready even after many years being together. Some people want but still hesitate. But I know if you had already this ceremony in Ukraine, what you need to do, you need to go to the church with that first certificate and explain the situation to the priest and ask for his allowance. And you need to write a specific letter to main church authorities. And the main reason, I think, why church can allow divorce by church rules is cheating. It's not because of lacking money or bad character of some of partners, no. So it needs to be really good reason. Maybe one of the person is not able to have kids and the person wants them so much, but in most cases, as far as I know, the only main reason is cheating. So if you explain this in your letter, they send it to authority, and if they approve and they send you like divorce certificate, by church rules. So then you can go once again. But I think it's more correct to do it just once, because it's very serious step, I think. Okay. Derek Lee, hi Vita. Hello, Derek. Guys, not so active today, so I'm not sure how long we are going to be online, because I'm waiting for your questions, Derek. I hope you will ask something, and I can look for some more questions which we didn't answer maybe last time. But it was a very interesting question about past relations. 1 second. If a Ukrainian woman marries a Western man, will she break off all contact with her high school sweetheart in the village she grew up, or will she keep contact? Would she will still be meet with him if she visit her parents in Ukraine and if he is close by? I think yes. If it was her first love and if it was serious relations, it's possible. It's possible if she will come to Ukraine to visit her mom or maybe her parents, and if that guy lives in the same village, definitely yes. But I can tell you, if the woman really loves you and you have very good relations and she appreciates your relation, she will never do something bad. Of course, she can meet, she can talk, they can discuss life, but nothing more. But if the woman is not okay, it's risky anyway, and it can happen not only with Ukrainian women, because first love is considered to be the strongest for some people, not for all, but for some people. So it's quite possible situation. Okay, we start to have some questions. Are there older women age 30-50 interested in a foreign man, and are they not interested in having any children at that age? Me, I'm middle-aged and not really looking forward to having any more kids. Yes, why not? I can tell you that Ukrainian women exactly at the age between 30 and 50, in most cases, interested in foreign men. Not women under 30. I was explaining once it in my video. The women here till 30, she's still having fun. First of all, she's still having fun. She just graduated. She want to travel. She want to earn money. She want to have her experience. She want to try everything. And she want to be sure that the only man she will meet, he will be the only and the last man. So at least they expect and dreaming about this. So, and one more point in this situation. Younger generation here is not so much financially stable. It's very difficult to find good job, well paid, and let's say to buy some property. So in this case, the most younger ladies, they will stay still with parents. So they will live under parents' help. Parents will still help them. And these people not so much suffering from Ukrainian reality, because they are not alone and they're not the only one who support themselves. So they're not so much interested. Younger girl not so much interested in getting married with a foreign man. Maybe some girls who is really dreaming about getting abroad, she will look specifically for foreign husband. Maybe some, of course, has these dreams since childhood, I don't know. But the age between 30 and 50, this is exact age when Ukrainian women start to realize that she really wants to find foreign husband. And of course, I'm not sure about having kids at 50 for Ukrainian women, but 30, 40, obviously. But also, if you don't want to have kids, it also can be because maybe you will meet single mother, maybe she has already kids, and for her it's okay, maybe she will have already two. And if you're ready to take responsibility for these two kids, or one kid, doesn't matter, and if you're going to be a good father and to be a good friend for kids, why not? And we have also women who doesn't want to have kids in any way, so you can just enjoy your life. So yeah, it's possible. Okay, one more question. Ukrainian Russian speaking women come across as cold and tough to some of us. Making jokes in Russian, I learned that is different. Can you tell us more about that Ukrainian lady can laugh to? Huh. It depends, really. It depends on humor. We really consider to have different type of humor, and sometimes we have joke here like about American humor, specific one. Sometimes it's considered to be like, I don't want to offend somebody, I just give right now the main general idea which some of people have here. But like some stupid American jokes, it's like simple jokes when the person slippers on something on the ice, fall down on banana skin or something like this. For me, it's awesome jokes. I would always laugh from such jokes. For me, it's not a problem to laugh. If it's funny, it's funny anyway. But of course, some people cannot understand. Also, like you cannot understand some of Ukrainian local jokes because you don't know mentality and specific situations. So I don't think Ukrainian and Russian speaking women cold and tough. It's maybe because of their personal opinion. If they don't like foreigners, it also can be like, some foreign men, and we have also some client who is still looking for Ukrainian wife, but I don't know why. No, I know why. They have very bad idea about Ukrainian women, but still they are looking for a wife in Ukraine. So it can be. Maybe person has a bad experience or don't understand Western mentality. Okay, Derek asks, can you please explain to me why older women 30 plus are still single? I have ideas why, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, it's very easy to explain. First of all, we have a lot of single women who is divorced already. So some people get married very early without having experience, without trying their life and possibility, not checking and testing each other, just fall in love and decide to marry. And of course, routine life here in Ukraine, it can be difficult, and younger people in most cases, they're not ready to provide themselves, to solve the problems between people. They're not experienced, they don't know psychology well, so it's difficult for them. And of course, the easiest way is just to divorce. And unfortunately, kids can suffer from these situations. And after 30, even beautiful women can still be single because most of men already, they are married, and people don't want to break up families, but still it happens a lot here, cheating and breaking up in other families. But some men who is after 30, they don't want to get married. They used to live single life, they used to be alone, they used to be independent. They don't want to get married. So just women sometimes has some lover, some admirer, sometimes even not, because she's too busy providing her child, trying to work hard, and she doesn't simply have time to go outside, because where we can meet people, sometimes in the bus, but sometimes on the street, but it's very rare case now. It's not like before. Sometimes people met in libraries or now it's difficult. You need to go to specific place, or maybe you go to some company, to some BBQ, and then some single people meeting together, so some relations can start. And our men also, they prefer younger women, probably not experienced, whom they can guide and tell them what to do. So a lot of single women are after 30 here. Okay, Derek, I hope you were satisfied. Rami asks, can Ukrainian girl marry a married man? It's a strange question. First of all, it's prohibited by law. So, first of all, establishment will check all your documents, and if you're married, you won't be just allowed to get married. But if the question, can a Ukrainian woman date with a married man? Yes, she can. Not all. good women, they have their principles, they don't want to ruin families, and normal woman, she always will understand that someday if she do such bad things, she will be in position of cheated wife. So she always need to think how that woman feel in her shoes. So, but it happens like in every country, of course it happens, and especially if the woman is single, and if she is nice, and the man is married, maybe sometimes even he's her boss, and he can start flirting with her. Yeah, it can be just, they can be just lovers. But about married men, if you're Muslim guy, and it's very difficult for Ukrainian mind to be on the second position, to be second wife. But I don't say it's impossible, because sometimes I know such cases. Some Ukrainian women, they go to Muslim Arabian countries and they are second or third wives even sometimes, but it's more rare case than rule. Okay. Steven asks, how many of your American British clients have learned Russian before coming on a visit to meet a Ukrainian partner? It's a good question. A lot. And I think it's a very good point to start to learn language before coming here if you're really serious. I met some guys who decide that they are looking, most of clients, they are looking for English-speaking girls, but it's not fair, guys, because both of you needs to be in the same position. You're looking for Ukrainian wife because she's beautiful and can be a good and supportive wife, and she's looking for foreign husband because he can provide a better life, or he can be a better type of husband than Ukrainian local guy. So I think it would be fair if you're looking for English-speaking women, so you also need to make some effort, to make some commitment. Yeah, of course you will do some commitment, but it will make easier communication in future. And any woman, believe me, she will appreciate greatly if you will talk at least basic Russian. Something like, how are you? You look nice. What's your name? Would you mind to drink some coffee together? And if you know some words in Russian, she would be really pleased. And if she's not okay with English, or maybe she has just basic English, it will make your conversation easier, and it will make more fun for you. You can teach her English and she can teach you Russian, so why not? It's also funny. But I know that lots of people study really Russian before coming here. Okay, one more question. One second. Hishek asked, do they prefer Indian guys stay in India? Hishek, you need to watch our previous videos and my personal videos about interracial marriages. They don't prefer. I won't lie that Ukrainian women prefer men who stay in India. No, and you can meet really some difficulties, a lot of difficulties, and maybe you will need to take more efforts and more time. But I don't say it's impossible. Of course, for Indian men who lives in Europe or maybe America or some Western countries, it will be much easier, because Ukrainian women, they don't have any concerns about your race. If you're Indian guy, nice looking, in the good age, and you're financially stable, and you're a good person, easygoing person, and you are a good husband, no problem for her if you're Indian or black or whatever, any other race. But country can be really a difficulty, because I explained, I don't want to just to explain once again what idea we have about India. But if you're very rich, young and nice, and you live in India, I don't think you will have some problems. But if you live in a bad district of India, poor one, it can be a problem, yes. Okay, one more question. Have you, Steven ask again, have you have any Ukrainian women who were doctors, dentists, or lawyers in Ukraine moved to USA, England? Were they able to get certified to continue their work in their new countries? Yeah, by the way, on our database, we have lots of good and high quality women, I mean, in social way. We have a lot of doctors, lawyers, dentists, surgeries, teachers, business owners, and a lot of them know at least conversational basic English. About continuation of work, I can't know, because we have more than 900 girls on our database, and I'm not sure talking about our clients, women clients, but I know a lot of women who are doctors and who went abroad especially to work there and to continue working there. Even a lot of one woman, I remember, she went to Switzerland to work as a cosmetologist, and she's doing her career there. It's not a problem. Maybe you need to take some additional courses, and when you're preparing going there, you need to ask at the embassy what specific documents, maybe some additional courses like to improve qualification or to pass some examinations and tests. I think it's real, and I know the best doctors, at least, I'm not talking about lawyers, but the best doctors from Ukraine, they are moving to foreign countries right now for better life, for more paid job, and for better conditions of work. So yeah, why not? It's absolutely possible. Derek, you're welcome. Keep asking me. If you're satisfied with the answers, I will be happy to help. Okay. Bradford asked, joke task for Ukrainian girl. My dog has no nose. How does he smell, you may ask? Awful funny. Of course funny. Of course funny. You see, I'm smiling, so I understand this joke. I am true Ukrainian women. Yeah, if it's easygoing person anyway, funny, it's funny everywhere. Of course, every country has its specific sense of humor. But I think if people get along easily and they understand each other, I know a lot of foreigners, and I have a lot of foreign friends from all over the world, guys. And I communicate with them on everyday base, and no problems for me to understand their jokes and them to understand mine, and we are laughing from the same things. So maybe you meet some really not understandable woman who was cool, but no, we can laugh still from American jokes. It's okay. Derek asks once again, does relationship between foreign men and Ukrainian girls takes constant work to keep it in relations going? Yeah, guys, of course, not only between Ukrainian women and foreign men. If you know some basic psychology, the marriage is very serious step. And from my personal experience, I have 2 marriages. To have successful marriage, you need to work on it every day, and you're not going to miss it. It's you trying to find compromise, you trying to understand each other better, and sometimes you put your own goals and your own dreams a little bit behind, because family purposes, family goals are most important right now. It also depends on the character of people. If somebody is explosive and somebody is more calm person, so one needs to teach himself to shut up in time, and sometimes even not to make arguments more and more growing, especially if you have kids in the family. You need to be compromising anyway, because I don't like then kids here and they're witnesses of such situation, then parents are arguing. So you need to work on it, of course, and doesn't matter you're foreigner or Ukrainian person. If you want it to be successful, and if you want to get older together with your partner, you will work on it till the end of your life. So it's my personal idea. Okay, one more question. One second. I don't want to miss any questions, guys, so I'm checking. L asking, when will it start snowing in Ukraine and best period to travel there? I wanted to talk about weather in Ukraine today. By the way, it's a strange weather. The climate has been changed completely. For last 1.5 months we didn't have even rain, and it was more than 32-35 degrees Celsius. It was really hot here, but snowing usually it starts in December usually. If you're talking about last winter, the first snow we had middle of January, which is absolutely not typical to Ukraine. For all my life, I never remember such mild winter and such strange winter. I have very big garden and I have trees like apple, cherry trees. And my apple tree started to blossom in the middle of December, and it was second time for the autumn. It's absolutely not typical and it's not normal. Something changed, winter also can be a good time because we have nice holidays. By the way, guys, the government set the law right now that Catholic Christmas, which is on 25th December, we also start to celebrate from this year. We never celebrated before. It's not typical for Ukraine to celebrate this holiday. We have Christmas on 7th January, which is very holy holiday, and we are meeting together, all parents, all family members, and we are giving presents to each other. New Year is a great holiday, one of the biggest holiday here in Ukraine. You will see decorations all over the streets, people hurrying with presents, with the fir trees. We still have tradition to put real natural fir trees, though it's bad tradition. I think it's better to put artificial, but it's still tradition. It depends what type of season you prefer. Some people like snow, some people like heat. For me, best season is spring, when it's not too cold, when it's not too hot. So warm time is good, but snow also, if you're not afraid of being cold, so come in winter. Winter is a very good and nice time, and we have long vacations, like couple of weeks after New Year, so you can really enjoy here the whole atmosphere. And if you will be invited to someone to visit some house, it will be fun, and it will be a lot of national food, nice decorations, good atmosphere. So yeah, welcome in winter also, why not? Okay. Mr. Raymond asks, when will you have another YouTube live? It depends on what live you mean. If it's my own Vita Ask Vita live, it will be next Saturday, same time, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time. But usually we have now like practically every day, just we have Monday and Tuesday off. So I think like Wednesday. But if you want, I will check with the team because I'm on vacation and they are doing this without us. 1 second. Next live, когда будет?
Ну, ты же знаешь.
Wednesday?
Ну, next live обычный на улице.
1 second, guys, I will check with the team. I think it will be Wednesday, maybe starting from 2 p.m. Ukrainian time. As for Ask Vita, it will be every Saturday, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time. So you can prepare also some topics to be discussed. If you want me to explain like big wide explanation about something serious, you can also ask here, and I will prepare the topic and we can discuss it next time, and you will ask some questions. Okay. Stephen also asked, do most people in the big cities in Ukraine have a dacha in the countryside? Perfect. Guys, I will give you schedule right now. So on Wednesday it will be live from 2 p.m. Ukrainian time till 3 p.m. Thursday same time from 2 till 3 p.m. Friday same from 2 to 3. Saturday live my live Ask Vita from 6 till 7 p.m. And also it will be another street stream from 2 p.m. to 5. So on Saturday we have a couple of streams. Okay. So sorry for interruption. Do most people in the big cities in Ukraine have a dacha in the countryside? Yeah, it's a perfect question. We still have a lot of dacha. For those who doesn't know the definition dacha, it's kind of countryside place, maybe in suburbans out of the city, where you can grow up vegetables, fruits, and where you can spend time. Older generation, practically 90% of them, they have dacha, and they like to spend all their free time there. It's starting from May, beginning of May, end of April, we start planting everything, taking care, and it finish this season, finish end of September. People start to clean everything, to harvest and to dig up potato. We also still have tradition to preserve tomatoes, cucumbers, and make some jams for winter. So a lot of I also live in suburban area, in countryside, absolutely, and I have a lot of domestic geese, ducks, chickens. So I prefer domestic food, domestic eggs and domestic vegetables, because I don't want my kids eat vegetables and fruits full of chemicals. So I'm not trying, I'm do it 100% natural. So lots of Ukrainian people prefer to spend their time on dacha, and if they have possibility, they always go there on weekends, Saturday, Sundays, they're there. Retired people practically can even live there in summer. Okay, what else? Some questions. Jack. Jack. Hello, Jack. I recognize you. Why are Ukrainian girls so jealous? It's not about Ukrainian girl. American girls also can be jealous, as far as I know. Turkish girl, by the way, also very jealous. I know this, and Turkish men don't like it anymore, because people start not to take care about themselves, but still being extremely jealous. First, one of the reason can be lack of trust. So if the person don't trust Ukrainian man, and if she had bad experience in her past and she was cheated on, of course she won't trust anymore, and she need much more time to learn you, what type of man you are, and just to be sure in you. So that's why, I'm also very jealous. I'm wise and experienced, but I'm also very jealous and very possessive person. But I'm clever enough not to be jealous without any reason. And if I know the person well, if I trust him, so it's okay. Maybe I think the person just had bad experience, and maybe she just don't trust men anymore, or in general. Because as I told you, we have this national Ukrainian proverb. Sorry guys, not to offend someone. All men are jerks. So you can meet a lot of women here not satisfied with their life, with their personal life, with the men. And if they ask them, what do you think about men? Most of them will say, all men are jerks. No trust. All of them will cheat anyway one day. Anyway, will go somewhere. Maybe will leave me alone with my kid without provision, without finance. It can be. I think it's just from bad experience, not by nature. But also Ukrainian women, they're a little bit possessive. So if you're ready to deal with such women, or maybe you need to work harder to assure her that you are not going to go somewhere and you are not going to do some bad things. I hope, Jack, you're satisfied with the answer. Okay, what questions more we have? No questions for now. No new questions, for now. No, one more question we got. from Steven. Do most Ukrainian women start college at 16 or 18? How many years is medical school in Ukraine? It seems some women who say their doctors are just cosmetologists. It depends on the level of education. So our school usually we graduate from school from after 11th form. We have 11-year education now, and it will be at the age of 17, usually 17, 18. It depends when the child start attending school. If the person study well, if she is okay to pass all examinations, and I think from more children from more stable and good with good reputation family, children try to graduate from school after 11th form, so at the age of 17 or 18th. People from more simple families, sometimes from countryside, they are looking more to start earning money than studying, so, or if the kid is not good at education and it's hard for him and he has bad marks, so at the age of 16, after the 9th form, he will go to professional college to become a chief, cook, builder, sewer, so some technical, to get some technical profession maybe in a couple of years, and to start just to work and to earn money. The people from more educated family, of course, they want to continue studying, and they enter universities and institutes and go further. About medical education, by the way, in Sumy we have a very good, very big, and considered to be a very nice level of education medical institute, university. And as far as I know, it's 6 years education. If I'm not mistaken, 6th year it will be like practicing live in hospitals. Cosmetologists are not doctors anyway. To become a cosmetologist, you need just to take some specific courses, maybe 6 months or something like this, and some professional colleges, they provide this certificate. It's the same like for hairdressers, same like for manicure masters, pedicure masters, to do some artificial nails, to do some artificial lashes, and to be cosmetologists. Also, easily every woman can go and take these specific courses, just few months, get certificate, and to start her own business, or just to work as an employee at any beauty salon or whatever. Some girls who succeed in this, they try to get as more clients as they can. Some of them I know work even in their own houses. And as far as they have a lot of clients, they want to open their own office, and people come there. And some of these people also can go abroad sometimes and to start to run business, this type of business there. I think, but I think Ukrainian women prefer this type of service more than Western. Maybe I'm mistaken, but easily they can go there and start this business there. Okay. What else, guys? Okay, we have 10 minutes more, guys. So if you want to get some answers and you have more questions, please be more active and ask me until we have time till next Saturday. Some questions I saw here. Do you have more men in your database looking for women, or more women looking for men? I think we have more women, because for women it's more easy. And I can tell you, Ukrainian women in general, in most cases, they have much better idea about foreign men than foreign men sometimes have about Ukrainian women. So Ukrainian women, I think, looking for foreign men even more than Ukrainian, because we have some bad stories. Yes, some unfortunately we have some bad endings of relations with the foreign guys. But in most cases, it's more happy, and people still looking, and it's becoming even more fashionable now here in Ukraine. A lot of girls adding practically every day to our database, but some men, foreign men, who was scammed, who had bad experience, and they tried and still failures, so they have already bad idea, so they maybe try to stop looking for wife in Ukraine. So I think we have more women, I think. Imran asks, what about perception on Muslim guy by Ukrainian Orthodox woman? Is it worth being to visit Ukraine or return empty? No issue with Muslim guys, actually. You know, it depends what type of Muslim guy you are. I know a lot of Muslim guys, and they are my friends, and we can discuss every topic, and it's okay, absolutely okay. If you're not aggressive, if you're not going to make her to wear closed clothes, all this hijab and everything, if you're not going to isolate her in separate room while your friends come to drink some coffee with you, because this is not typical for our Ukrainian women, and if you're not going to have second and third wife by your Muslim laws, so it's okay. And I know a lot of girls, Ukrainian girls, who love Islam so much, so they even change their religion, and even if they stay here in Ukraine, after all, they still Muslim girls. So nothing is impossible. Maybe it can be a little bit difficult, but it depends on what type of person you are. If you're open-minded, if you are more European style, if you're not going to press her about changing religion, and you need to discuss with her, of course, some religion issues before, like what religion will be kid. Are you okay if the kid will be Christian? But I think you're not okay. So some women quite tolerant here, and it's not a problem. If, believe me, if she will love you, really love you, it's not gonna be an issue for her. Okay. Okay, Mr. Raymond, you're welcome. Ask more questions. I'm always happy to help, and I want you to know that I always give my own opinion, which is sometimes not pleasant to hear, maybe, but anyway, I'm always honest, and by my answers you will understand a real situation here. So you're welcome to ask more. Okay. Do we have some more questions, guys? Because we have just few minutes, so if you have something to ask. 1 second. Here we have Tracy asks, how difficult it is for people in the East to travel to other parts of the country? How difficult it is for someone there to get their internal passport renewed? It's not difficult, absolutely, to get your passport renewed. It can be some procedure, of course, but not more than 1 week. I think you need just to make some, to provide some documents. It's easy. It's not an issue at all to change your passport. And if you want to travel to another part of Ukraine, it's not a problem at all. If you have money, it's not a problem. And if you schedule, let's say we are in Sumy, and if I want to go to Lviv, I am dreaming. I never been to Lviv because it's quite far. And if your working schedule doesn't let you do this, and it can be quite expensive. Let's say if you want, for Ukrainians, if you want to travel to Lviv and to stay there at least 3 days, and you need to rent apartment, of course you won't cook there by yourself. You would like to sit some cafe, you would like to attend some nice and amazing places, maybe to take some tours. It can be quite a big amount of money, and you need to save that. But it depends on job position and how well you're paid. Actually, okay. Darren, hello, Darren from Canada. What is the weather like in September? Usually it's very nice weather. It's not hot already, not hot anymore. It's very comfortable, mild, and the nature looks awesome, really. The greenery is faded already. It's mixed colors like red, brown, yellow, orange. Leaves start to fall down, and if you're walking in the old part of the city, you know, when it's calm day, still sunny, walking on the following leaves, it can be awesome, especially in Kiev, in Sumy, can be very nice. So welcome in September also. I think this September is going to be a little bit rainy and a little bit cooler because we had really hot summer this year, so nature needs to take some balance right now. So I think winter also will be quite strong and will make some surprises. But anyway, September is awesome. I like September very much. So you're welcome. Some more questions, guys, just few minutes. Maybe you forgot to ask me something important. If not, we are meeting, please remember, we are meeting next Saturday, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time, same time. We will have 1 hour, maybe a little bit more. It depends on how many questions you will ask. So prepare all your questions, and I'm sure some of you in relations already, and maybe you have some questions about your relations. I would be happy to help. If you have some red flags in your mind, and if you are not sure, if you have some doubts or hesitations according to your girlfriend, and you have some specific situations, maybe some difficulties, you can always ask, and I can give you my true opinion and maybe help you to understand what is going on. So please consider me always as a friend and ask me all your questions, guys. Tracy asked, actually, I was referring to the rebel-controlled part of the country, but thank you. If you're talking about Donetsk and Lugansk, I would never go there. Nothing to do there for me. No, it's already for me. It's, first of all, it's dangerous for simple people, for ordinary people. Only volunteers go there. Some charity companies go there. Some people who bring their cigarettes, food, some stuff. Of course, soldiers, so military, army go there. Not just average people, I think. So I think it can be dangerous. Like normal person, if he has nothing to do there, won't go. Just okay. Okay, Darren asked, my friend Striker is there now and is very happy with match guarantee. Okay. If Striker is happy, we're happy as well, because our main goal just to make you happy. Even if you're not our client, doesn't matter. We are always happy to help and ready to do this. So, okay, Steven asked one more question. Does Russian have its own version of sign language? I teach babies American Sign Language because babies can sign before they can speak. And if I meet a Ukrainian woman, I would teach her. Not sure, Steven, what you're talking about. Maybe my English is not so well. Okay, version of sign language. Yeah, we have, if I understand right, we have simple like typing letters, and we are teaching like we type on computer. We are teaching preschool kids just to type, to have this language. Yes, and if we are starting, if they enter the school, the first form, they are still using typing letters. I hope I'm talking about this one. You were asking me this one. Otherwise, I misunderstood. And then from the second form, they start to learn writing language. So I hope that was the right answer. If not, correct me, and I will try to to give an answer. Okay, guys. So I think for today we are finishing. Okay. Thanks for everybody who helped me with your questions. Don't forget to subscribe our channel if you still didn't do it. Don't forget to press notification bell button not to miss our next stream and live videos. Okay, prepare your questions till next Saturday. I will be happy to help, and I hope next Saturday we are going to discuss some topic. And please feel free. You know, I'm always open to answer any type of questions. And okay, one more questions we got, and I'm gonna to answer it. Deaf people, how to communicate with hands? I don't know. We never have experience with deaf clients, so probably there are some specific language, like international language for deaf people. I'm not sure, so I'm sorry, can't help you with this. Darren, you ask questions about money. Do you know how much money I need to bring in Canadian dollars for spending in accordance to Ukrainian money? You know, I'm not sure about rate of Canadian dollars. And it depends how many girls you are going to meet, what type of restaurants you're going to attend, if you're going to use taxi or you're going to walk. Maybe make this question more clear for the next time, maybe in dollars, or tell me what you're going to do in Ukraine, so then maybe for me will be easier to give you an answer. Okay, guys, I want to say thank for all of you who joined me today and who helped me to make it live. Okay, thanks for all your questions. You're always welcome with my help, and I'm waiting for you next Saturday. Have a good time, be happy, and we are going to meet soon once again. Bye bye, guys.